Today I'm going to show you how to connect temperature sensors to your Adosia IoT modules. Right now we currently ship all our modules with a Space I/O board. This I/O board can support a total of 4 temperature sensors running concurrently, but there are some caveats and I'll show you what those are. Here on the left is where we usually support our water level sensor switches, but you can also support a submersible temperature sensor on these 3 pins, as well as on these 2 pins, jumping the 3rd pin to a 3.3 voltage if you want to get clever, and I'll show you how to do that. This is the submersible temperature sensor. Once it's connected to the board, you can basically just drop the other end into the reservoir. The reason that we only support submersible temperature sensors on these two is these 2 channels on the actual data pin, there's a pull-up resistor which pulls the signal high when nothing's connected. Whereas on these 2 digital I/O, there is no pull-up resistor on that data channel. And to use the submersible temperature sensors, which are, these guys right here, there's no pull-up resistor in them, so you actually have to have one. Plugging the submersible temperature sensor into pull-up channel 2. You want the yellow wire, which is the data wire, on the left. The ground wire in the middle, and the red wire on the right. And if you pull this up and look at the actual pinout, you'll see on the left there's a temp. That's the data yellow line. Then ground is black, and 3.3 volts on the right is your voltage. So to mimic that on this left channel here, your bottom pin is your data line, so that would be the equivalent to your yellow line. You'd plug your yellow line in that, or you get a jumper wire. And this middle one right here is your ground, so that would be your middle wire to jump. And then your red wire, you could take it to any unused 3.3 volt labeled pin, which would be this far right one here. Once you get to the digital I/O, they're the middle pins for these 2. Or what you could do is you could come down here on the rails, and you've got these 2 pins right here that my finger are on, the fingertip are on, are labeled 3.3 volts. So you can use those to power that. And then you can get submersible level switches on here, because these channels have a pull-up on board. That's what these 2 resistors are. Now for the ambient temperature sensor, which is this module right here, it ships with an onboard pull-up resistor, so we can go straight into one of our digital I/O1 or digital I/O2 channels. We don't need to use one of the external pull-ups. So we can simply plug this into either the left or the right channel, digital I/O1, digital I/O2. Make sure the green wire is on the left, and you'll see them labeled. You've got the D signals, D1 and D2 respectively, and then your 3.3 volts in your ground. So just line up green, red, and black. So this is our temperature sensor plugged into digital I/O channel 1. As you can see from left to right, we've got green, red, and black lining up with D1, 3.3 volts, and ground. And that can either go on the channel it's in right now, that's digital I/O channel 1, and these 3 pins right next to it are digital I/O channel 2. So that's how you'd plug up an ambient temperature sensor. An ambient temperature sensor would go on these 2 channels, whereas a submersible temperature sensor can go on these 2 channels. And that's pretty much it. So thanks guys, and we'll be updating the profiles and different programming functions for temperature sensors as well, so those will get more advanced as we go along. Right now they're limited to simple triggers based on temp settings, whether it's high or low, but we're going to get a little bit more sophisticated with the way we do that. Alright, thanks again, and please comment, like, subscribe, and appreciate it. Take care.